All right, gentlemen.
Jesus Christ.
Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a cheer. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny.
Worst cheer ever.
Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
This might get graphic.
I don't know what makes you so stupid, but it really works.
Yeah, I'm thinking of
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Franco. Welcome back to Let's Play Noire.
Do you have the address?
Been all over KGPL.
Well, let's just get going.
Off Temple.
Or let's stand here and walk away with a partner.
Glendale.
Out of the way, dude. Jesus.
So, you gonna see your married man again?
Okay, where are we going? Taking this, cause I like it. Get in, I'm driving off without you.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or that group. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself.
Well, fuck
See if you can
too.
learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
Are we any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same.
That's what you think.
But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is. I get the point.
Fuck. Well, I missed my turn off. Just kind of listening to what they were saying. It led to the same place. Okay, fine. I keep forgetting the map is like right down in the corner. Come on, move it. Fuck it. Do what I always do. Eventually it's gonna kill someone, namely me. Where's the turn? Stop. Kind of off the beaten path, isn't it? Yeah, lock it, walking in. The case doesn't start till I walk in. Fuck you, it's up that way. Bullshit. Gotta use the trail like a normal human.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Well, fuck you
You're
too.
used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Assholes. It's just like real life, the press sucks.
Trollman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body.
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Okay. Okay, so a lot of this is going to be edited because there's stuff in here that cannot be uploaded. So be prepared for a lot of just random jump cuts. Just so you guys know.
Galloway has been making me feel welcome.
I bet he has.
Has the scene been secured?
Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell. PD, Black Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killers trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Okay, I had to cut a good chunk of that out. So hopefully I will do that as cleanly as possible.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Tire tracks. What's in the purse?
The victim's bag?
This lipstick.
Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Something written on the mirror. It's a brush.
So what next?
It's a
Looks
crime
like some
scene,
kind
isn't
of
it?
puzzle or parlor
Don't just
game.
stand there, take a look around.
Ooh, I love puzzles. And turn. Oh.
The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lamp?
Why still? Because it looks pretty freaking cool. That's why.
Can we discuss this later?
You too. Okay, so now what? Gotta go to that club, I assume. Alright. To the Bomba Club. Okay, fine, I'll drive there to there too. Yes, never does anything. Worst partner ever. So, because I had to cut that out, I should tell you guys. The, woman in question was found beaten and without any clothing. So, yeah. It's kind of fucked up. This game is getting a little on the graphic side. Hopefully it's not like that a whole lot. Hopefully there's not a whole lot of things like that, I should say. And can I go out this way? I can if I'm not an idiot.
The werewolf? For my money, copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence for the BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, hotshot.
Oh, for the love of
What's
God.
more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, folks. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. For some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phillips, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. You can't make it something new, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. A 211 and shots fired, 410 South Flower Street. Units that can handle code 3
Yeah, fine.
identified.
Cole, come on!
Up.
Get off the road!
What's this? It's Don's Cafe. Fuck it, leaving the car. Can you get that faster if I run? Where's Bubba?
Hey, honey, what time do you get off work?
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
What's a hibiscus?
Oh,
I'm assuming that's him.
Can I have another spoon?
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Oh, Christ.
Going to pay for that?
Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
You know him?
No. He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes, at around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you. Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
Let's see some prison. Yep.
Was it valuable? Could it be motive for her murder?
Who could say these days? I think it had more sentimental
He
than
gave it to her.
monetary value.
Knowledge of the husband.
You know the husband?
Sure, I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. Put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
You don't look too sure of yourself, though.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up, like usual. But he refused. And she picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue. God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
Alright, well, we will investigate our residence in the next episode, so thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you all later on. Ciao.